if everyone's here, do we want to get started?
Yep, just started the recording. Who wants to go over what happened last time?
Um,
Well, there was the cooking in the beginning. We cooked some meat after going hunting for some stuff. We met with the dude and heard about the demons, because apparently, time passes differently there, and it's crazy and wacky and transforms people. Uh, After doing some cooking and being like, well, that was weird, then we ended up traveling for a bit. Uh, we found the robot in the road. He was apparently in a tree, but then he was in the road teleporting. Having some
That was lag.
flashbacks. Yeah, having some flashbacks.
Loading area. Thanks,
And after
Bethesda.
that, after talking with him for a bit and having the flashbacks and being like, oh, hey, wait, this is a person that we knew once. Then we went to the lake. Then there was some skinny dipping going on, and then Crane had like a seizure in the water. No, wait, a vision. Never mind. There was some
He
talking.
forgot how to swim for a minute.
Yeah. There was some talking out of the water while Crane was in the water between Ovark and Krovar and Dayan, I think. While Crane was in the water, he had like 3 visions. And then everybody decided, well, not everybody, like half the group decided they were going to go skinny dipping for treasure, and that was a while. So we spent time doing that, and we found some treasure. Ovark found a book that was kind of cool that he touched with his bare hands again. Crane dumped some perfectly good food out into the water to get spoiled. Diana was just kind of like useful, and she was kind of there because she helped cast water breathing. I think that was most of it, right?
I suppose so.
It was rather content dense, but like there wasn't like a climax. We just kind of finished our little underwater exploration, I think. I think that was it. I think.
Yeah, that about covers it from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very end, you all gathered around the fire and went to sleep.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, morning arrives. People start waking up. What are you doing?
I immediately walk over to Crane and I tap him on the shoulder really quickly. Even if he's not awake yet, I like shake him awake.
Yes. What
I
is
have
it?
something to tell you.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to wait for you to wake up.
No, I'm totally awake. I've been awake for hours. What is it?
So, I mean, I lost a little sleep over this, not too much, though I made sure to still sleep, but found your island.
Um, excuse me?
The island. The had a vision about. The one that's shaped like Rumpé.
Oh. You see, he kind of like snaps awake a little bit and just kind of like pats his face. All right, show me the map.
Okay, I start flipping through the pages. I don't remember which page it is on, but I go and find it really quickly. Find some maps, and I show it to you. And well, let me check my notes real quick. I did write this down. Anyways, so as was said, on the world map, this continent is known as Valacera. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we are on Valacera, and there's the equator right there. We're below the equator. And the island of Ramthay is directly on the equator. So, and it's like, if you were to kind of pin down like where that is on the map going like up, it's kind of like if you were to go up from the Flame Spine Mountains, but obviously like, the Flame Spine Mountains stop on Valsera, but that's like directionally kind of where they are. So it's like on the equator.
All right. So,
Of course, this is old, very, very old. There's some stuff on here in this book as well that is very old, so I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, because there's some things on here that I've never really seen before, and I kind of like flip to, maybe another page, and I like point to another thing, and I go like, there's these countries that I've never heard of before called Oshana and Kruthan, and there's smaller ones too. I don't. This seems to be very old. I've never read these before, so if I had to guess, maybe it's like before recorded history old. I mean, heck, like, even on the map, there's a big giant volcano, not Black Rock, a different one that is just not there. Like, it's just not. And there's other things too, like, certain chunks of land that are now like almost covered in water, used to be filled. The place we were just in, the Lake of the Sores, apparently there used to be a country named Vanyr'Urel. Did I pronounce it?
Close enough.
Vanyr'Urel?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the name of the country, apparently, at the Lake of the Sores, where we were. This map, like I said, it's very old. I don't know if all of the information is the same, because, again, there's places that, no longer exist, and there's some places that are different. But, I mean, it's an island. I can't imagine it moved. There's a lot of other interesting tidbits as well, but I don't want to... I stayed up a little bit too late reading it.
Well, this is good news. I mean, the fact that there's a good chance that it still exists is certainly something. But
Or at the very least, we have clues. I mean, I don't know anything about your visions or how they work, but even if it is under the water or something, it's still something to go off of.
of course, we can probably, head up north eventually.
Yeah.
It's just,
We need a boat to get there.
yes, we would need a boat. I don't remember what the northernmost harbor is on this continent, but that's all right. We can figure it out. Regardless, thank you, Ovak.
Yeah.
It means a lot that you look into this for me. But
yeah, there's other things here too, but I'm not sure they're as important. But I mean, like I said, this book is very old, and there's a bunch of countries on here that I haven't seen, and the ones that I do know from today, like Keton and stuff, like those aren't on the map. Only these weird, different ones. So, like I said, if I had to guess, this was before recorded history. So, which is
Right.
very interesting, but also doesn't leave me a ton to go off of aside from visiting the locations and trying to look for ancient ruins or something, which I mean would be really, really cool. But in the book, it seems to be about like this mage and stuff, and he mentioned like a war to the east or something, but that's really vague. I don't know if he means like on the continent or on another continent or
Right.
I don't know.
Well, regardless, it's something to go off of eventually. I think.
Also, good luck. I'm not cursed.
Oh, that is actually much more of an immediate relief.
I'm realizing now that you probably can't read anything I'm showing you.
I can. Crane's just kind of looking at the pictures and like nodding his head, like,
Can you see
As
the
far
pictures?
as you can see, what he's showing you looks like a 6-month-old got a hold of a crayon and started drawing on a wall.
Yeah, that.
Oh, I get it. You're crazy.
No, I'm not.
Krovar gets up from his sleeping place, shuffle past Ovark, ruffles his hair a little too loud.
Sorry, Connor, taking control of your character here for just a moment. Realizing that nobody else can see this stuff, and having actually, looked into the magic of this book, you gently take out the page with the map on it, and once it's out of the book, everybody else looking at it, there's suddenly a world map here with 5 continents, and you can see exactly the spot that he's talking about where the island is, Crane.
See, I told you. I'm not crazy. This book just has an enchantment on it, so I'm the only one that can read it. That's why everything looks all weird.
I wasn't doubting you.
Oh, I know you weren't, but
Huh.
it's smelly over there.
It's too early for this shit. I'm
Well,
gonna go to the edge of the camp and take my morning piss. I'll come back in a second.
Wait, okay.
well, I believe we've discovered a lot here, but there isn't really anything stopping us from going on to Blackrock now. Thank you, by the way, Krovar, for letting us do this little detour.
He's peeing.
Uh huh.
Diana comes back from somewhere away from the camp. What are you guys going on about?
Book.
Map.
Ah, yes, the cursed book.
Yes.
It's not cursed. It just has an enchantment on it, so I'm the only person that can read it unless I take pages out, I think.
Oh, I see. The enchanted book that bound itself to you because you touched it without protection. Gotcha.
I was underwater. I didn't think to bring gloves, okay?
Well, regardless,
Oh, a map.
yes. Regardless, his eagerness did secure us with this information and a map. And, well, I don't know about you, but this will be much easier to chart our exploration now.
I mean, we still have to go look for the druid and stuff, and then there's the person
Oh,
on
of
the
course.
other side. So I'm not sure if heading straight there right away is...
No, I never said we were. I was just saying that, I'm assuming it's big enough that I can make markings on the map in regards to this continent.
Mhm.
So, well, in any case, I'm just going to kind of roll it up, get a piece of string, tie it. I am hungry. So, anybody who wants breakfast?
I do.
Right. So, Crane will make breakfast.
I would normally help out, but Overk's tired from reading.
Actually, as before, you realize you aren't all that tired.
Connor's tired.
Yeah.
Cray is tired. He wakes up rubbing his face and giving you guys strange looks. What's going on over there?
Good morning. Here, and
They're nerding out.
Crane's gonna toss the map in
Quiet,
Crane's
you.
direction.
You've been peeing for a really long
Let's not be
time.
tossing the map around.
Map of what?
Apparently the world.
Old, very old.
Probably could use an update, but it's something to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I'm making breakfast. So, I'm pretty sure I have the materials to make breakfast. So,
Pretty much. I mean, you have meats, you can probably scavenge a few other things, and you have these almost infinite spice pouch now.
the Hewer's handy spice pouch, yeah.
Just eat pure spices in the morning. That's good for your diet.
Does it have any melange in there?
What's that?
A melon?
Oh.
Did you mean a melon?
No, melange. It's the spice from Dune. I was being a smartass. Yes.
I've never heard of that before.
Gasp.
Whoa, why do I have 3 rings of protection? Hello. 1, 2.
You're always prepared.
Yes, but they only work if you wear them.
All right. Well,
The ring of protection was given to Cray, so you shouldn't have any.
Oh, it was given to Cray?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think
Because I had 4 for some reason.
yeah,
Did
which
you get
is
4 of them?
definitely not right. Must have been a typo.
I was
Okay.
trying to assign stuff and the thing wasn't working. So if you have extra items, yeah.
No worries.
You have the +1 short sword, though, I do think. And the dagger of lightning.
+1 short sword. Oh, that wasn't meant to. Wow. Okay. Glad I wasted that.
It's fine, you'll probably get another.
Why are you rolling?
It was an
He
accident.
messed up.
He's cutting his food.
Accidental rolling.
Okay. How do I make it a +1 short sword? Dang it.
If you go into the, I mean, one thing you could do just to make it easy is just drag one from the compendium. If you just type in +1 short sword, it'll come up.
Okay.
And that's
Well.
the quickest and easiest way to just drag one in.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, do I need to roll like a skill check for the cooking, or?
Cook utensils, right?
Not this time.
Okay.
So you make breakfast. It's pretty decent, especially for on the road. Still have a lot of leftover frickin' ham from the boar.
Yep. Which I can store in the bag of colding now. Oh wait,
Yep.
that goes to Crovar, I believe, right?
The who what?
The bag of colding.
Yeah, I think you gave that to me.
I did.
Oh, I
Okay.
forgot to make a sheet for that. Oops. I'll do that later.
The bag of colding can hold 75 pounds. Just want to give you the heads up.
It does? Okay.
Roughly 75 pounds.
Yep. Okay, great. After finishing breakfast. Well, I believe we are all ready to move on. Are we not?
Great, now it's in agreement.
Yes.
I believe so.
All right. Well, this will be exciting. I don't remember going to Blackrock. It'll be nice to get reacquainted with your homeland, Diana Grover.
Make sure to remember to fill your water skins and to have your antitoxins ready.
Right, right.
It's also very warm there, so
Well,
be ready.
Crane will just load up with water from the lake because
Okay, Mom.
What? It's good to be prepared. I mean, I know you'll be fine, Crovar, since you, lived there, but me and Crane haven't, so, just be prepared, just in case.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean,
I'll get to work on my tan.
We did live in rather warm, harbor place, but it's
Right,
not
it
quite the
was
same as a volcano.
well, it was coastal. There's a bit of a difference between coastal and desert volcano.
Yeah, I mean, it's warm, but I don't think it's that warm. But it's something.
So, are you guys going to follow the road? Or are you going to look at Crovar, who can essentially just point and be like, it's that way?
Crovar.
Crowbar.
I'm gonna follow
Yeah, I
him.
got this.
I'll stick close to Crovar and follow him. Since he
Cray
doesn't
looks at the
know.
road and then looks at Grover and says, isn't it easier to walk on that, on our feet? Or do you enjoy the wilderness like that?
My way's faster.
He shrugs,
That's
okay.
Let's trust him. I mean, he lives there, or lived there, so I trust him.
Little guy. I
Hmm?
proceeds to get us lost for 2 more weeks.
I know
Gets
exactly where
you
I'm going.
lost for 2 more weeks.
Well, okay, yeah,
I'll
Right, we
know
have a
exactly
druid
where
with
she's
us.
that's fair. If I fuck this up hard enough, I'm sure.
Diana will just be like, okay, let me.
Like, okay, stop. We've been doing this your way for 3 days. You fucked it up. Just let me handle this.
And she can turn into animals, so she can probably speak with the animals and be like, hello, my friends. Where is Blackrock? Speak to
The animals are gonna be all like, where the fuck do you not know where Blackrock is? The big ass rock. That you can see it.
Yeah, to be fair, we should be able to see it and just head straight for it, but that doesn't always mean that's what's going to happen.
No, of course not. Tile swap.
Feel free to just throw yourselves wherever you want.
Just throw himself into a tree. No.
Hold on. My AC should be higher than that.
11 or 12 plus dex.
Started leather, yeah, 12 plus dex. So,
12 plus 3, so 15.
yep. Just. There we go. Much better.
Anyway, you guys set out, and I should have had a frickin', travel music, but we'll just switch to campsite because
okay.
it's close enough.
It's all good.
It's okay.
So, you guys set out. It's fairly, easy to find the damn mountain when it's not obscured by trees and such.
Mm-hmm.
Is it getting warmer yet?
Yeah, it gets warmer the entire time you're walking, so slowly but surely.
Yes, good.
Do you like the warmth? Do you like warm weather? Kovar?
Yes. Temperate weather is nice, but warm is good.
As
I
you're
should probably
going,
take off my scarf when I get there. It would be kind of unnecessary to have it with me.
I think you may actually need it. Help to keep the sun off of you.
Oh,
The Badlands are hot.
right.
Just be prepared to sweat like a monster.
Huh?
Due
does
to
have
your
less fur.
size, you may be sweating a little more than you're used to. What in the Badlands near a volcano and all that?
Well, that's true. I mean, but I guess if I'm not getting, like, sunburnt or anything, or... Then, I mean, let's hope I can take a bath later if I get too gross.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry. Honestly, I'm hoping that I'm not going to get too cooked while we're there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not wearing as many layers as me, so...
Right, but I also don't have anything covering my head.
Oh. Well, I mean, I technically don't, but I can try to wrap my scarf as much around it as I can. But it's not like a headscarf. It's not going to cover all of it. I mean, I have a bowl.
You do.
You really don't think your dick bowl is going to do much to help your head.
Stop calling it my dick bowl!
It's your dick bowl.
I cleaned it.
Does not mean your dick was not in it.
Is it really so wrong that I wanted to cover myself up?
Anyway, Crane's gonna keep an eye out just for anything. Oh, while we're walking along.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Natural 1. I don't see shit.
Uh-oh!
A natural 20 and then a natural 1.
Told you not to waste your rolls.
It's fine.
It was an accident.
Dice are fickle. They'll do what they want. No amount of us rolling them to test the waters will change that.
Rolling dice on Roll20 feels the worst out of anything that I've played on.
I'm not a good...
Like, it's still fun to play here, but it's just like, this is like complete number generation.
Do you like to see the dice rolling? Because you can load 3D models.
That's true.
Because I know sometimes when I do that, it helps to make it feel better. It's still not quite a replacement for the real thing, but it can kind of make you feel better about it.
It's fine. Anyway, natural 1 on the perception check.
So, Crane being, well, actually, give me a second. Crane and Gradexkar seem to be the only ones who are actually keeping an eye out.
Well, Diana's along the edges of the group, kind of watching out for things.
Give me a perception roll.
Bickering.
Well, my passive is 17. You really want me to roll?
No, that's actually high enough.
$19.
Hey.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Starving. So, what's going on?
We were just rolling perceptions for the trip, and Crane got a natural 1, Cradexcar is doing fine, and Diana got a 19.
Alright then.
So, Diana, being the only one who can apparently, see shit.
See anything?
Along your path, you notice several beings off in the tree line.
Okay.
There are several beings moving about. Some of them you can tell have bows. A couple of them have some leather and poorly made iron armor. And then one of them is dressed in robes from head to foot, and they are running along looks like they are actually going to intercept your path.
Question. My passive perception's a 13. Does that matter, or?
Not for this. You'd actually have to
Okay.
roll.
Alright.
So does it look like they're intentionally intersecting our path, or just they're going to be running through our path?
They're going to be running through your path probably at about the same rate, or probably at the same time that you reach that location.
Guys, let's take a detour this way.
Hmm?
I steer the group
Okay.
away
All right.
from.
What's going on? Craig walks up to Diana and what's going on?
This way, Crowbar.
Just a little avoiding maneuvers.
Because Craig is kind of suspicious now because of the lack of information. Can I roll perception?
Sure, you can try. Actually, this would be insight at this, or not insight, investigation at this point. Trying to see something that. Yeah, insight.
Could investigation, you mean?
Okay, so
Investigation, yes.
make him use the one
This
with
will
the
be
lower
fun.
bonus.
Can I try to investigate?
Sure.
I have intelligence score.
Hey, 14, that's not bad.
I got a 12.
Natural 20.
Shit. Okay.
Here's my one good roll of the session, guys.
Okay, so knowing that something's there makes it a little bit easier, but Krovar still misses it.
Of course.
So actually does Osrin. And Nathis both got the same damn roll. So anyway, why did my mind just blank on the name? Ovark.
Mm-hmm.
Ovark and Cray. Well, Cray, you see people also running. Actually, I guess running. That way now.
Oh, they shifted their movement.
No, I was going to have them run down, but if you're all gathering to this side, then they're going to be running the other way.
Okay.
DM altering things. Never mind. Because, yeah. You see people or creatures running this way.
Crane is gonna let him pass.
Because
And,
of my natural 20, can I tell what
yeah,
these are?
I was getting to that. You see very small creatures with, despite how the icons look, reddish brown skin, long ears,
Oh boy.
flat noses, all running. It actually looks like they're chasing Mr. Not a Human Guy.
They're chasing the robe guy?
They are chasing the
Oh.
robe guy, and you actually see.
Does he look like he's keeping his distance all right?
He seems to be keeping his distance all right, but there are archers, and
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
with a natural 20, can I tell if it would be better to let him do his thing instead of getting involved? Because, I mean, if he's agile enough, would us getting involved maybe make it harder or easier on him?
and you actually notice they. Why is the direbolt turn still on there? You actually notice that they are, or 3 arrows shoot after the guy. Um, one of them goes absolutely wide. The other one goes just over his shoulder, and the other one, or the last one, actually impacts him in the arm.
All right. Well,
Okay. Well,
now
that's
Crane's intervening. Yep. Oh, whoops. Let me just try and do that again. Sorry. There we go.
I'm going to create bonfire in front of the running guys.
Well, I think
Oh
everyone else
shit,
has to
there's
roll.
guys over there.
I think everyone has to
Yeah.
roll initiative first.
We shouldn't because we see them. They don't see us.
Yeah, they haven't seen you guys yet.
Do I notice that Crane's starting to move? Like, do I notice that Crane is starting to do stuff?
Yeah, that would be easy enough to see.
Quillen?
Yeah, sorry, wrong button. Yes, that would be easy enough to see.
Okay, because I was going to ask if... I mean, technically we're rolling initiative, but I didn't know if, like, technically if I would be able to just cast invisibility on him as I'm watching him run off, because I wouldn't be joining the fight yet, I'd just be... Or would I still have to wait for my turn?
At this point, you can cast invisibility on him. It's a surprise round as far as they're concerned.
Oh, okay.
Okie dokie, take your invisibility, my dude.
Yeah, good shit. So, if that's the case, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's not
four.
much fire damage.
Just remember that when you use the attack, the basic invisibility will go down. It'll get dropped.
No, that's fine. Wait. I was
Yep.
here, so 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
have to, like, really quickly go over and just, like, touch you real quick to get the spell cast.
5.
It's like top in the shoulder.
Yep. Okay. So,
Okay, I put a circle in front of the dude. That's where I'm creating the bonfire for him to run into.
okay. So, I'm gonna attack this guy with my action. So, at advantage. And in my offhand, I'm going to have my other short sword. So my main hand is my short sword, and I have the other short sword in my offhand. So, let's see. Fucking balls.
You have
Okay.
advantage.
All right, advantage.
Invisible.
I am invisible. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Oh, I should have inspired you before you went off. Whoops.
Womp womp.
I forgot
Fucking
you had
shit,
bonus action.
balls.
Fire.
Okay. So yeah, probably neither of those hit on the first attack. That is a.
Somebody help our poor train wreck of a rogue.
I wanted to inspire him, but I forgot to.
I forgot that I have a dex of 16. This is actually.
Could I inspire him, or is it too late?
You would have been able to do it on your turn, but
Yeah,
You can do it on your turn now, but he's already started acting.
I didn't roll initiative yet. Whoops.
it's fine.
By
So
the way,
the
everybody
first.
should roll initiative just so that we have it.
Okay, so
Oh, hey, natural 20.
As soon as Cray saw what was going on, he moved in to intercept.
Okay,
Wah, wah,
so
wah. I wrote
it isn't. So the invisibility's gone, but I still have my offhand attack, which I'm going to use. Actually, do I have cunning action yet? I do. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action disengage. Uh, actually, wait. These people have bows. What am I worried about? Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action try and hit the same guy again. So. Okay. Oh boy. Nope. That also misses. Okay, that's my turn for the surprise round. That's fine.
If none of the attacks hit, then do you drop invisibility?
I'm pretty sure once you claim the attack action is
Yeah,
when
once
the
you-
invisibility drops.
Yeah, when you make the attack, the invisibility is gone. So.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, the guy who's running away is also short and covered in robes that make it impossible to tell who or what he is. So, anybody else taking action? Or,
Well, that was a surprise round, right? So.
yeah, I'm asking if anybody else is taking action during the surprise round or what.
I'm going to be using protection to keep the guy that I'm close by from taking as much damage, hopefully. How do
I guess you could use your reaction to try and like intercept an attack.
Yeah, it doesn't like last like a buff. It's almost more like it's almost like an opportunity attack, but like in reverse, where if somebody's attacking them while you're near them, you're like interception.
I see.
You've just activated my trap card, protection.
That's stupid. Hold on.
Nice.
So yeah, you're holding your action to protect, basically.
He
Yeah,
protect,
basically.
and he attack.
Okay. So, this guy needs to make a dexterity check. And he barely manages to stop before running into the damn fire.
Ouch. We're running through hot coals, except worse.
That's okay. I'm going to push him in it in a minute.
I can try and make it blow up.
Let's not burn the forest down, shall we?
Oh boy. That would not end well.
Err.
I would be very put out with you.
Haha.
Nice one.
So, and there, everybody's in the turn order now. There, everybody's in the turn order now. So, it would be top of the round now. Which is Crane,
All right.
Crane and
First.
Ovark.
Because I rolled a natural 20, but we both have the same initiative, 23, so
I believe my dex is higher.
it might be
What's your dex?
+2. Yeah, it's higher.
Yeah, 16. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and hit again.
That's better.
That's a 13 on the archer guy. Does a 13 hit?
13 just misses.
Fucking balls. Okay, offhand attack on the other guy. Because that's how Swashbuckler works. I don't need to hit, I just need to attack. 15. Okay, I don't get my modifier, but that's fine.
Don't you get sneak attack? Or wait, maybe you're not. He's not alone. No, wait, because you do have. No, I don't think the bonfire counts as an ally.
Even
No,
if
the
it did,
bonfire is just a bonfire.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Okay, so yeah, on an offhand attack, I don't get my modifier, so I'll roll the d6 of.
Okay.
Oh no, I can just say it's 2 piercing damage from the. Yeah, it's 2 piercing damage. Plus sneak attack, so rolling sneak attack. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Let me just roll the 2d6. Sorry, new to this system.
It's all good.
Okay, not bad. So that's altogether 8 points of damage to this archer.
You can check the box too if you need to.
Yes, I just saw that after I clicked the button, so I'll try and do that next time. But
It's all good. Just wanted to remind you because That's
yeah.
why it's there.
But nice thing about Swashbuckler is that since I attack both of the people within 5 feet of me, I can move away without opportunity attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Plus, they're wielding ranged weaponry, so
Uh,
you are much safe.
yeah, 5.
so how
Okay.
much damage did you do?
I dealt 8 points of damage to this archer dude.
Okay. So you managed to go up and slash or stab the guy in the stomach and then dart away. Ovark, what you doing?
Okie dokie. So, now that I'm seeing this going down, let me just check my spells real quick. Well, I just want to check the range on this. Alrighty, so I'm going to cast Shatter, and that's at a 10-foot radius, so they're all going to have to make some saves. Let me roll it. That's a second level spell. Wait, why didn't it? Oh, there we go. Alright. Make y'all saves. And does it
Wait, all of us?
No. The enemies.
Oh yeah,
None of us are getting hit with that. Only
What
the
kind-
enemies.
What kind of save?
Constitution 14 is what saves. DC 14.
Is it like right here or?
It is here, and it's a 10-foot radius, so it hits
All
none
of them,
us.
but none of us. Okay.
Yep. So, make the saves.
And what's the DC?
Well,
What's the DC?
it's 14, so only one of them makes it. Right? Because one of them rolled 18.
Yep.
Alright, so
And that was going from top to bottom, so the guy up here makes it.
Fails. Fails.
Yep.
Fails. And fails.
Alright, and as my bonus action, I am going to inspire someone. And I'm going to inspire Crane, because he's having some trouble today, unfortunately.
And that was 15 thunder damage, correct?
Yep. Halved on save.
So,
Take your inspiration, buddy.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I'm gonna just stay hidden behind Crowbar. He's big, he'll be my shield.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's Ovark's turn. I guess next is the goblins.
What's half of 15, by the way?
7.
Yeah.
Forgot I was on push top.
The Ovark sends out a blast of sonic energy,
Shockwave.
killing all but one of the goblins.
Wow.
Oh god.
They don't have a lot of health.
Oh right, wouldn't 8 health done like almost most of his hit points?
Yeah.
That probably doesn't look very pretty, because that's like a loud shockwave, so their ears are like probably bleeding out and like... Yikes.
The last remaining guy is holding his head, looking around, sees the amount of trouble he's in, and starts to dart away.
I vote we let him go.
Yeah.
Sure. I hope they learn their lesson.
That was...
Wait, does Crane say that next to Cray in the middle of combat?
Well, I mean, technically, next up in the initiative would be Cray, so it would be up to him to decide what he wants to do next.
Is
Okay.
talking a free action?
Yeah, usually.
Talk is a reaction.
Well, Cray then points his... He has a miss right now, right? Points
Yes?
his weapon over at the goblin, and he calls out, "This one's escaping. If he gets to the... If he gets to the rest of them, they're going to come back in numbers."
30.
Oh, well, we can't have that.
Crane? You're quick.
And
Well, on my next turn, I can get up to him easy.
Cray looks at...
Can action
We
dash.
should get free attacks, because if he's running away...
Well,
He's back.
it's only within 5 feet.
Yeah.
it's
Unless you
melee
have
range.
a ranged weapon.
I
that's
have a
something that
bow.
Applies.
Oh. Then... I mean, I guess there's still,
You don't get an opportunity attack, but you can definitely try to hit him before he escapes.
Can I use my wand of magic missiles? Just think.
That will hit him, for sure.
What?
So, Kradaxkar, what are you doing?
How fast can I run in this layout?
you can
How far
move...
can I run in one?
I believe you can move... Are you like a small creature, or...
He
What's
can
your
move
movement
I'm a
speed?
30 feet.
I'm a really big kobold, but I'm still just a kobold.
Okay, you can move 30 feet, so you can move 6 spaces. So, and you can also move diagonally. So,
Do you see the thing that looks like a ruler with a circle on the
It's the-
sidebar?
it's the line tool. So, with your action to dash, you can get over here.
And then attack? Okay.
You can't
well,
attack if you used your action to dash, but you could get up right next to him, and he would have to. Even if he disengaged, you could still make an opportunity attack.
Yeah. So essentially,
Okay, well
you
then,
could get next to him and prevent him from leaving.
Oops, sorry about that. Sure
I
thing.
think-
He's okay. Then Cray is going to go back or take a brief second to point at our. Why do I want to say Makari? Forgeborn. There we go.
Torch point. Mikari? The Wild Star throwback? Hang on, I gotta pour one out real quick.
He points over at the Forgeborn in our party and says, "Keep a watch over this one." And he gestures to the person in the robes next to Cray before he runs right up next to.
Hell yeah!
Is it possible for me to wing clip this guy or anything, or am I just basically next to him now?
I
You're
think you have
Basically
the,
next to him.
You're just kind of like, you just kind of sprinted up to him.
I think actually I want to check something real quick because you might.
Well, you have
I
action,
think you could
action
drop
surge,
the
actually.
the.
He has action surge also.
He has
Oh,
that.
right. You're a fighter. You can action surge to get another action on your turn once per short rest.
Working.
So if you wanted, you can burn the action surge to hit the goblin.
To get a full round of actions back. Meaning both
Sure,
action and
I'll do
bonus.
that and actually try to body slam the goblin so we don't actually kill it, and have the opportunity to capture it and question it to see what the hell is going on from both sides.
Tiny little ball of iron just runs into him.
You could you can make like a grappling check or something.
Excuse me, but I'm not a ball of iron, I'm a ball of steel. Very finely forged steel.
It's still going to give him a bad concussion, I imagine.
So, make a strength check against that.
Is it athletics or?
Actually, yeah, it would be athletics, and not
Oh.
a save.
Okay, so just click on athletics
Yep,
or acrobatics.
Yep.
athletics.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Do you even lift?
So that was a 16 on its end, so it's tackled to the floor or ground.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I can to hold it down and not try to pin it down too much. No, I'm trying to pin it down but not bind it yet. Waiting for the party to catch up so this person or this goblin can, because goblins are people.
Yep.
With that being your turn, Osrin will actually move up to the guy who is running. And cast a Cure Wounds.
Nice.
Which heals him back up to full, so hey. Anybody else doing anything, or should we call this the end of combat?
Well, I mean, Crane and Ovark and Diana can still do things before the goblin's turn, so
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Is
I
the
mean-
goblin still up?
we still have everybody except for Cray and Osrin who can do things before the goblin's turn. So I
Yeah,
guess Krovar, what are you doing?
What did I miss? Sorry. I had to walk away for a second.
not much.
I don't think I can.
Is he still running? Did he not get pinned down?
He got pinned.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a very good job at pinning.
Well.
I'm good with that being the end of combat if he's subdued and everything else.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Oh, yeah, because I can't dash and catch up with you guys.
Well, he could. But
Have you met Krovar?
He can run.
Gonna have the goblin do one last check against being grappled. And
I
he
want him
fails.
just in case. Okay.
So
All right.
Okay, since he fails the second time, can I actually toss him over my shoulder and then drag him back, or not drag him, but carry him back to the party?
I have ropes. We can tie his wrists.
drag him back, yes. Tossing him over your shoulder would be a little difficult since he's still alive and squirmy.
Okay, I look the goblin straight in the face and I tell him straight, as plain and clear as I can, if you give me trouble, I will break you.
That's
And then
hot.
Okay. And then I grab him by the scruff of the neck and start walking toward the party. Well, the scruff of the neck and the arm, so... You can, and how much, if at all, does he struggle after I say that? Because, well, that takes me as an intimidation roll, isn't it? So let me do that. Where is it?
Intimidation. The
Oh,
alphabetical.
my intimidation is not very high, but still.
I mean, he's got the lower hand. So.
Goblins are kind of easy to intimidate, and yet you still fail, so he's kind of squirmy.
Wow.
Rude.
Let's bring him over here to me.
However, you can still drag him back to camp fairly easily. Or
Crane's
party.
gonna kind of look. Oh, is it giving you trouble?
And the robed guy quickly looks about, sees that most of the goblins are dead, and seeing your party, decides it might not be the best idea to continue running.
Oh, hold on, handsome. You're going to stay here.
And look, we accomplished that without opening a portal to anywhere.
Easy.
Yeah.
Be nice.
It's being nice.
I didn't think I'd get so many of them at once.
Anyways, Crane's gonna like look at the goblin. Hello. Fancy running into you here. Why don't you just relax? And we're all friends here, and I'm going to cast friends. So I guess could I make a persuasion check at advantage?
Yep.
Nice.
That specifies a creature that isn't hostile towards us, or towards you, but I'm pretty sure this goblin's gonna be really hostile towards us.
You know
Yeah.
what? Fair. Never
Yeah,
mind.
but considering it's him, I'm going to allow it.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 13.
13. He starts to calm down a little bit, but it looks like he might try to bolt, given the chance.
Gray is standing ready to tackle him again.
I understand this is not the most ideal situation, but do have some courage. You fought bravely, even though you didn't know who you were up against. Well, in any case, I'm Crane. Nice to meet you. May I get your name, sir? Or person?
The goblin is just looking around and seems to be, less hostile due to your tone, but doesn't really look like he's understanding what you're saying.
I can switch to Keaton or Atirosian.
Okay. You try again in those languages, and he still doesn't seem to understand.
Oh dear.
I don't speak goblin.
Neither do I. Well, this is worth a shot. I'm going to try and speak in Orcish.
Would... Oh, wait, never mind. I was going to say, would one of the dialects, Ketos or Atarosian, be helpful? Because one of them is hobgoblins or something?
Crane nudges the goblin with his boot and speaks in a kobold. You understand me, yeah?
Doesn't seem to understand
Cricket.
Kobold. However, he looks over at, it was Crane that started speaking in Orcish.
Yes.
And you asked him his name?
Yes.
And he says he looks at you for a bit, then says, Haas.
Ours. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Is he going to help pump us up?
Stop it.
Okay. It's just...
It's Haas, not Hans.
It's close enough.
Well,
No.
Haz, it's unfortunate that we had to meet like this, but you fought bravely, and given the circumstances, we are not really having any desire to, kill you, despite some of us going to more extreme measures. Sorry. Even so, if you are able to just tell us why you were chasing after this person, and maybe just give us an idea of what was going on, we'll let you go. Does that sound nice?
He looks over at the other person that they were chasing, with quite the glare, and says says he's a traitor. He needs to come back with us, or me now.
Traitor? What did he betray?
Diana approaches the robed guy. What's the story?
Before you kind of approach him, you do notice that he's slowly trying to sneak away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This isn't really our business. We should just go.
It isn't really our business.
I mean, I don't want to see anyone else die today, but at the same time, is it really our business to be making these decisions on the behalf of both parties here, neither of which that we, have any involvement in?
Craig gives Ovark a really strange look and says, "Isn't that what you guys do every single day?
Not all the
That's
time.
sort of part of being alive."
Not always.
Well, in any case, Crane's gonna, just point at the robed individual. You.
His head snaps around and still can't see what he is under the robe, but you can tell he's looking at you and asks, "Yes."
The little one here says that you betrayed them. Would you mind explaining? Considering we did just save your life.
Yeah, goblins are known liars and savages, so.
Oh, well, now I like you less. Congratulations.
Can I mage hand the robe off of his hood?
Like the hood or whatever?
Yeah, can I push the hood back?
Sure.
I just hide behind someone while I do it so that he doesn't notice.
I mean, the mage hand is still noticeable, but...
Well, yeah, the mage hand itself is, but he's not going to know it's me.
Mm.
You probably guess, but... Do I have to roll for that?
No. No.
I think
no.
that was a no.
No, you don't. He failed to actually make the perception check to notice the hand, so you push it back and you notice, and everybody sees that this diminutive figure is yet another goblin. And Diana, with your perception, you also notice that he has druidic markings all over his face and exposed skin.
Seems a little bit hypocritical to call your own people liars and savages.
He immediately pulls the hood back up and is like, well, normally people don't, question when you are being chased by goblins. They just kill the goblins.
Hmm.
I think we should let him go.
Yeah, let's just leave him be. I mean, this goblin stuff, getting involved. I mean,
Hmm. Haas, what is it exactly? What was this one's role within your situation? What was he doing for you?
Haas doesn't really answer. However, the other goblin says they're just angry because I decided to leave. They don't like it when people come over here.
Hmm.
well, then I don't see the harm in just letting him go, then, right?
No.
He can do his own thing, and we got rid of the goblins that would have. Well, there's one left, but we can take care of him and make sure he doesn't tell anyone. But, I mean,
That doesn't sound ominous whatsoever.
well, no, I don't mean like ominous. Just we can make a deal with him if we need to, or we can intimidate him or something. But
Well,
this
how
can
about
be easy if we just,
how about this, Haas?
involved.
I do believe that even in places like this, when you and your group will be traveling around, you'll need money. How about I give you 5 gold and you just pretend that this one went free? You lost track of them, a bear attacked, whatever puts your mind at ease. Because, I'll be honest, I don't really care one way or another what happens between you two after we're gone, but it it weighs badly on my conscience to think that I would let somebody die right in front of me.
Haas,
Persuasion?
yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Inspiration of inspiration.
I do have inspiration. Is friends still up?
Friends is still up.
Okay. Okay, let's use inspiration on that.
It's a D6, I think. Yeah, D6.
Yep. Okay.
Big money, no whammies.
Okay, 18.
Hey! Helped.
You see him think for a little bit, And then he says, "Sure, I'll take your money."
And you'll leave without attacking this one, and you will not continue to follow him.
And I'll leave.
And you will not continue to follow him.
And you won't tell anybody about us either.
Sure.
Well, that needs an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone, please. Diana, someone.
17.
Ooh.
Wow, that was horrible.
Oh no, and you have a 7. Oh, wow,
Ooh.
that was.
Yeah, not very helpful today. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's being honest.
Honest? Okay. If that was a deception check,
You did give him money. That's probably pretty persuasive.
yeah,
I
okay.
imagine that
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 was
amount
not a
of money
deception
is...
check. That was robed guy's insight on that.
Okay.
Well,
Well, Crane is gonna kind of get up. All right. You. I don't know what your name is. Honestly, I don't really care. You get a head start. Try not to piss off anyone else on your travels.
good luck. Be safe.
The goblin, still looking suspiciously over at the other goblin, is like, maybe I'll travel with you guys for a little bit.
Why would you want to do that?
So if this guy goes against his word, I'll have somebody to actually...
But if we're traveling in a big group, it'll be easier to find.
can just go into the next city.
You know what? Fine. Fine. I'm gonna take out the 5 gold, put it in Haz's hand. Don't spend it all in one place. Gonna give him a pat on the shoulder and send him off into the woods.
Haz slowly slinks off.
If he comes back with reinforcements, I'm killing him and taking the gold back.
I'm killing all of them and taking all of their gold.
Speaking of which, as soon as Haz is out of sight, I'm looting the bodies.
Okay. You find some really crappy armor, some pretty standard bows and arrows, badly constructed swords, no real money, and some grayish, weird-looking rock.
Take the grayish, weird-looking rock with like my cloth over my hand. Just kind of like toss it at Ovark's feet. Doubt it's anything. And I'll pick up all the arrows and just hand them over to Diana.
What was it? I didn't catch the... What
A grayish-looking rock.
you gave me a rock. Why did you give me a rock?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what goblins carry on them these days.
Arcana check?
It's not magical. It's just a
Is
weird,
it a
it's just-
whetstone?
It's not a whetstone. It's just a weird-looking rock.
No, toss it
It's
in the
somebody's
woods.
pet rock. I'm pretty sure we don't need that.
Yeah, I'll just like toss it in the woods.
All right. Well, yeah, Diana, mark down however many arrows you get.
You get 13 usable arrows.
Nice.
Yay!
And looking at them, they are flint tipped, but the flint, again, is a somewhat odd color.
Okay.
And the wood itself also looks like it's kind of been bleached of color. It's a grayish pseudo brown.
So it's weathered.
It coloration wise, it looks weathered. Feel wise, and just the general look of the wood itself, not so much. It's weird.
Interesting.
All right. Well, if you're going to be using us for security detail, I would like to know your name.
The goblin looks up at you and is like, I'm Denard.
Sorry, Denard?
Denard.
Denard. Okay. Denard. All right. Well,
Well, we're going to Black Rock. You're more than welcome to tag along for any part of the journey that you see fit.
try not to shrivel up in the weather.
Weather here is much nicer than where I'm from, so.
All right. Don't say we didn't warn you.
So everybody starts moving along then?
Yes.
I think we're continuing along, yeah.
Okay. Nothing else out of the ordinary seems to happen for the rest of the day. So, I guess the question here is how much do you guys want to roleplay, or do you just want to try and make your way along?
I think
How many days until... Sorry.
Yeah, how many days until Blackrock? Like, hopefully we can just get there without too much of an issue.
Probably a week from here.
All right. Well, unless there's any complications with Denard following us, I think we can continue on our way to Blackrock.
I think so.
Please.
Okay. Then, as you're going along, one day, Denard just disappears.
All right.
He is not in camp when you guys wake up.
I'm going to check to make sure that none of our money was taken.
You check, none of your stuff was actually taken.
Well, I mean,
Racist.
I guess he went? Even
I
though
didn't
it's-
expect him to come all the way with us. He's a druid.
Well, no, but he mentioned he was going to, like, stop at the next town. I didn't think he was just going to leave halfway.
Well,
He,
not our problem anymore.
I mean, I'm not objecting to it. I mean, like I said, I feel like it's safer on his own.
Mathis
sneakier.
speaks up and says he was probably just saying that in order to make those who were following him think that he was going a certain place. That he wasn't.
Well, that makes more sense.
Yes, it does.
Because that did kind of confuse me a little, because he seemed pretty sneaky, but, you know.
Well, not a problem anymore.
No, it isn't. Is it morning now, or?
Yeah, it's morning.
Onward to Black Rock, to the homeland of the great Krovar and Diana, who have very little.
Is Krovar awake yet?
No.
No. Alright. Just gonna take a moment, just gonna walk over to Krovar. Just gonna, like, tap him on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna be like, hesitate for a second, then I'm gonna kind of pet his fur a bit.
He rolls over, grabs whatever is petting him, and kind of rolls over onto it.
Mm.
Still asleep.
I could
Crane
have
is
told you that
trying
was a
ve-
bad idea.
I just, like
Crane
I
is
reach out
trying
towards
very
Crane.
hard not to laugh.
I just, like, mouth, save me!
He's snoring very loudly. Probably right next to your head.
Oh my god. I just wanted to pet him. Because he has fur and I thought it'd be soft. What is this?
I'm gonna try and wave my hand and conjure some water above Krovar's head.
Oh no, I'm under him.
Oh, I'm gonna go over in the woods.
Roll 3d20.
Oh no.
I'm going to go far into the
This is
woods
when you
and
drop
watch
like an entire
this nature
shower on
things.
us.
3, 17, and 13. Very little chaos, decent power, but shitty intent.
Oh boy.
Yep. So, what you see is from the overhead tree, a giant dollop of sap just drops down onto Krovar's head.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That is not good.
Okay, well, that's a little bit more than water. So,
You're on me.
Krovar is bolting upwards. There is a very quick and loud series of barks and swears in Rick.
God.
Whatever I am holding is getting flung around like a club.
So
Sorry.
That would be Ovark.
Ovark.
Oh no!
Sorry, Ovark. And I am awake now. And I guess Ovark is just on the floor now.
And Diana is rolling in the ground, laughing out in the woods.
What
What was
Prey
that?
comes out and
the hell?
surveys the situation. What the hell is going on?
Oh,
What
I
is
think
this?
I think we're heading over to Black Rock.
Why did you fling me?
I let go of Ovark. I'm just glaring at Crane.
What did I do?
You
What did I do?
did this. He just grabs a handful of the sap out of his fur and spreads his fingers apart and just watches it web.
What are you talking about? You were clearly sleeping underneath a very young-looking tree.
Young trees don't do that.
I'm going to tackle Crane.
I'm gonna try and dodge.
Oh god.
Please inform me what I need to roll in order
Athletics,
to
I
tackle
think.
this fat rope.
Athletics versus acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
22.
Oh!
And it's on!
I just gotta sidestep him and let him eat shit.
One more time.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
While he's doing this, I don't know why you're so mad at me. Because of me, you got to have a nice cuddle session with him.
Yeah, but if you do
That's
it
what
alone- Oh my god!
Oh my god, you're such a dick.
I can't hit anything, but I can dodge it all day long.
Oh my god. Hey, that's
That's
Be good
Crane
dodging.
in a nutshell, yeah.
Okay. One more time.
this is like a bull seeing red.
Oh, there it is.
Ah!
no!
Got you, you fat bastard!
Crane doesn't even care.
You're probably covered in sap now too.
I'm beating him up.
Oh my
No,
god!
no violence.
Jesus Christ.
It's fine. It's non-lethal damage. I'm just going to make sure he hurts.
Fine, I'll cast Misty Step as soon as he throws the first punch.
Asshole. Wait, okay, what does that do?
I just teleport 30 feet away from you.
I fucking...
All you need is vocal components.
So, Cray is gathering his stuff up and shaking his head as he starts packing up his part of the camp.
Ovok, dear, could you clean up your friend, please?
Uh-huh.
More barking.
Let's
Settle
walk over.
down.
I cast Prestidigitation on you, Krovar. The sap should be gone.
And you, Diana points at Crane, leave the trees alone!
It wasn't my fault.
Thank you, Omar.
You're welcome.
Sorry
You-
for throwing you on the floor.
Huh?
Sorry for throwing you on the floor.
Oh, it's okay. Do you feel cleaner now?
Gives you a really weird look for that response. Yes?
I got the sap out. You're
I mean, that's fine, but... Like... Oh, no, that's okay. Isn't exactly the kind of reaction I'd expected from throwing you to the floor.
Oh, well, I mean, I mean, you didn't mean it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Cray walks by and says, maybe
It's
he
okay.
likes it.
No! He was
I-
woken
I-
up rudely, and...
I don't judge.
No, that's not...
I'm gonna give Cray a fist bump.
I just know he probably didn't mean it, that's all.
Anyway,
You wouldn't
so
hurt
it
me on
takes a little
purpose,
bit of
right?
extra
I
time.
will start collecting my things. No.
It takes a little bit of extra time to clean up the camp, given all of that. And you guys,
We continue on to...
onwards.
Yeah.
and by the time you reach Black Rock, it's getting towards dusk on the final day.
Oh, right, Blackrock's a city. Okay.
A city? I thought it was like a...
Well,
It's in
So,
everything.
it's
They
a settlement,
use
it's a
the same
mountain,
name.
it's a
It's-
spirit.
We've arrived at the
Our
nomadic
destination.
camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just walk over to Krovar. Are you okay?
No. I mean, yes.
Okay.
Not sure why you're upset. At least you fit in here.
Let's just get situation. See if we can talk to the chief or the shaman.
Right, of course.
Provided they don't skewer us when we try to come in.
Yeah, we should be fine.
You should be fine.
would I look more at home if I don't know, took off my shirt?
Crane, please keep your clothes on.
I would say no. No, that's not going to help.
Are people clothed here?
Define clothes.
Probably not a lot. Definitely not modestly, that's for sure.
Well, no, but there's at least, like, covering the important bits, right?
Maybe.
Depends on
Unless you're just really confident.
Depends on the person.
And considering this is Blackrock Society, there's lots of confidence to go around.
Oh, yeah.
And depending on, what time of the year it is and that sort of thing.
Or what time of the month it is for certain people, yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Yes.
Isn't it spring?
Oh, spring's mating season.
Oh, boy.
Crane's gonna love this place.
Eh. He's indifferent. There's not a lot of water here. Also, like, wait,
So what you're telling me is he only likes to have sex in the water.
no. No. I was talking about in general.
Oh.
You made that assumption.
Everybody's making sex jokes.
Well, if we're going that way, I'm not sure if people here.
You can't see the look I'm giving you. It's something along the lines of, really? Anyways, we need to find a brave or an outrider or a guard or something.
All right. Well, lead the way.
I would assume that this place probably doesn't have a kind of like a patrolling guard, needless to say.
Not really. I mean, mostly people just keep an eye out.
Yeah, that's what this. The Recode kind of strike me as a group that just kind of tend to their own. If someone starts some shit out in public, that's going to get crushed real fast.
As you approach the camp, though, you do notice that along with your typical Recooled setup, there are some orcs and kobolds and even a couple humans in this particular camp. They don't look like they, live here, but they're just, stopping by, travelers, merchants, whatever.
Fair. A little bit more diversified than I remember.
Is that good?
Yet to be seen.
Well, and should we find the leader, or?
Right, where's this, chief or shaman you were talking about?
Well, usually the biggest tent indicates, or tent, longhouse, whichever one, is going to indicate where he's going to be held at, but you don't just march into places.
No, of course not.
Diana is cautiously in the middle of the group, trying not to be seen.
Yeah.
She's extremely uneasy here.
I'll kind of stay close to Diana and Crovar.
So yeah, as you're walking through the camp, eventually, ignore the werewolf models, it's the best I have.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
They're good.
They're gonna eat us all.
Eventually, a female Recooled comes up to you and is like, or comes up specifically to you, Crovar, and says, "So, are you bringing in more merchants, or what's this now?"
We're a group of travelers. I and my companions here have come for a pilgrimage to the mountain.
Oh, well, we don't get many of those in this area of recent. Mainly we have people stopping by, either offering to contribute their trade in metal work or to buy ore outright ever since the mines started producing more metal.
What happened to the mines?
Don't really know for sure. Just suddenly we're getting quite a bit of iron and mithril and even natural steel that doesn't need much smelting in order to, um, well, be useful.
Hmm.
I mean, if you wanted to go check out the mine yourself, it's on the other side of the river.
Fair. We very well might have a few who may be interested in that.
Cray's nodding.
In regards to our trip, though, we also wish to seek counsel with the shaman or the high chief.
Well, shaman's in the only tent that's actually situated on the old lava flow off to the west of the main tent. And the chieftain is actually inside talking to a couple of other outsiders at the moment.
Crane's just kind of lean in to Krovar. I fear I might not be as useful here. Is there any place that's good for food, or
Should we check out places of
Pretty much
historical
check
or
out
cultural
any
relevance?
campfire and you should be able to find some place for something to eat.
I poke Krovar. I go, if we're not able to meet with them immediately, then should we look into something else in the meantime, like places of historical or cultural relevance, or the volcano or something?
Yeah, sorry, I was putting some food in my mouth real quick.
It's okay, just wanted to ask.
So they are seeing outsiders at the moment?
Yes.
The chieftain and the shaman.
The shaman is off in his tent. The chieftain is seeing to
Also, you might be able to meet
a
the
couple
shaman.
outsiders.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
I take out my my journal and I keep notes of things that I find interesting around here.
She nods to you and heads back to the campfire.
If you guys want to try and find someplace to set up camp, there's no real specific lodging here. It's more find a spot, set up your camp.
sure.
Food and stuff is provided. Each of the fires, make your own stuff, ask around. Barter trading. If you guys want to check out those mines on the other side of the river, go ahead. I'm going to try and speak with either the shaman or the chieftain. Diana, if you want to come with me.
Do you need me help? Should I come along?
If you want to.
I mean, I'd be kind of interested. I've never been to one of these places before, and I'd be interested in seeing,
It
more.
suits you well to learn about the culture.
Yeah. I mean,
I just don't want to drag a whole party of, what,
Oh,
7
understandable.
into a meeting with a chieftain.
Well, you don't have to worry about me. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of a, well, maybe not a feast, but something going with some of the other campers.
You may be able to try fishing in the river. Be careful, though. Wildlife out here is, well, it's tricky.
It's wild.
It's definitely well adapted to live out here.
Well, Diana, if you seem to be in tune with the wild, why don't you give me a hand with getting some fish? And
With pleasure.
Ovak, you can go with Grover into the meeting. And Gray, Nathis, would either of you be interested in going into the mines?
Gray is definitely going into the mines. He what's Nathis going to be up to?
Nathis can come along. I mean, he's looking for some stuff here too.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I think spending, a little bit of time here to get information and rest and to look into the things that we think might be interesting might be good, because it might be good to gather some information. Like, the mines, something odd is happening there, so I'm not sure if just a cursory visit's going to get us the information that we want from it, or, we might be here for a bit, depending on what happens with the shaman or the chieftain, not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, we don't have to feel like we have to rush anything, I don't think.
Probably not.
But that sounds, I think, okay. We all get to split up and do a little bit of something.
Yep. We can cover Crovar and Ovark and stuff, since that's like the big thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I still have my journal out. I'm ready.
I'm splitting the group into the ones that are easiest. Osrin just kind of starts wandering,
Clink, clink.
and Mez is Mez. So,
Mez is probably hiding.
Just wanders off.
so, Crovar and Ovark, where exactly are you going?
Chieftain's tent first.
Uh-oh. Okay. I thought we were going to be with the shaman because they're not busy with anyone right now.
No, it's because I'm nosy. I want to see what these other outsiders are doing with the chieftain.
I want to know too, so...
So you start wandering up towards the chieftain's tent?
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just
No,
going?
I'm not trying to be stealthy. I mean, I'm going to be respectable and not barge in if I still hear voices, but...
Okay. You do hear voices, and when you get up to the get up to the tent flap, you see two Rakould, one a young male, the other one an elderly female, and an orc, and a bugbear, all kind of gathered around a small personal campfire inside the tent.
Huh.
And
What do you see?
A meeting.
Okay.
you don't have much context, but it sounds like the bugbear, who is speaking almost perfect Rakould, is asking for some people to follow him into the desert.
Am I getting a why for this, or am I just catching the tail end of this conversation?
You're catching not quite the tail end, but
I mean, desert's in the opposite direction
Yeah.
where we're headed, I don't think.
Right.
as far as the why goes, you haven't really caught that. So, do you guys stick your head in, try to get a little bit more, or do you just stay there?
I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to get involved in that right now.
Okay.
Ovark, you looking in? Or
I'm not gonna look in, but I'm definitely gonna, listen as much as I can, try to keep an ear out.
Well, you hear a lot of barking and growling. I'm not sure you speak Rakould.
I think I do, actually.
everyone in the party speaks
Yeah.
Rockhold, so
I speak these many languages.
except for
Oh,
except for
Yeah.
Cray. So
I am fluent in many language.
yeah.
So I just like keep an ear out. I'm kind of
so
curious.
eventually the younger male says something along the lines of that he can't commit anybody to such a thing, but the bugbear is more than welcome to go and see if he can gather anybody individually. And the bugbear seems a little disappointed, but thanks the chieftain for his time and starts coming out.
When I notice that, I like try to get as far away from the tent as possible so it doesn't look like I was peeping.
So where do you move to?
I just go over to Crovar, kind of walk next to him.
Okay.
I just give them both a respectable nod, or anyone who walks out of the tent a respectable nod as I walk.
I follow what Crovar does. I try to like see if there's any like things that he does that are culturally relevant.
Well, for one, I do this weird thing with my ears that I'm not sure you can do. So
No, I can't. But I try to do everything else. I try to like mimic.
does he pay us any mind, or does he just kind of?
Just a moment. How do I get rid of frickin'
You have to
Dig
go into
again.
the sheet. When you open it, over on the far right where the cog is, the gear. I mean,
oh.
in the rightmost
Yeah, it's
section,
right at the top.
where you see the box check that says NPCs and then roll queries. It should say always roll advantage, and then you can change that to advantage toggle or never roll or query advantage.
Okay.
Also, we find the whisper toggle and auto rolling damage or crits.
For some reason, I thought it was under another tab. Anyway, thank you. We're going
No
to
problem.
ignore the fact that that roll happened, because advantage. And try this one more time. Come. Okay, for now.
Did you guys hear my neck crack?
No.
No.
Okay, good. Whew. I realized I forgot to mute myself when I did that.
Layers, layers, layers. For now, he doesn't seem to do more than nod at you guys and leave.
Should we go in?
Yep. Now that he's gone.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
So the orc is still in there, as are the two Ricold.
Um.
I just follow Crovar around.
Are there any tattoos, markings, jewelry, anything like that that I'm used to seeing on the chieftain?
Z, they're mainly your race. Would you like to answer that?
Is he muted?
All right, that piece of information, you guys would probably see, well, one of them are cooled with, I want to say they look like trinkets, but they're closer akin to shaman fetishes. You'd you and Diana would be able to identify if she was there, that they are shaman blessings from very for individual shamans, basically anointing this chieftain as, you know, the
As
shamans,
Blackrock.
the
Yeah.
elder, the elders blessing this chieftain as Blackrock's representative, and you could see they have, what's the word for it? It's like it's a cabling on bracers, or it's like they're decorative bracers. They go from close to the elbow to close to the wrist. They're very heavily protective, but they also have, you know, slots for knives and stuff. Inside of his home, he probably wouldn't have much more than a single blade on him in one of those two things, and he may have a crest, but considering his age, he probably wouldn't, or any sort of headdress. I mean,
Oh, so the younger male is who's wearing this.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
I lean over to Crovar. I go, "What is he wearing?"
Shut up.
Not much.
What? It looks important.
I, for the risk of dating myself, because I'm not sure how much tradition has changed in 250 years, muster the most formal greeting that I possibly can.
I try to follow with the same.
Okay. You do that, and he actually looks kind of amused and does the same thing back, followed with, "We're not really all that formal here, but welcome."
Apologies. I had a very stern upbringing with the utmost respect for chieftain. And I have arrived here with a small accompaniment of adventurers. With your blessing, I humbly request that we are able to ascend the mountain on a pilgrim.
I haven't had many non-tribal folk actually want to, or actually come through recently. Those in the city tend to follow their own ways. It's kind of nice seeing someone pay respect to tradition. Yes, you may go. You may go.
You may go. Thank you. If I may, I would also like to ask one more thing.
Certainly.
In the recent months, has anything odd happened at the volcano? Disruptions amongst the spirits, imbalance in the elements.
In the recent months haven't been much different than they have in the last 2 years. That's to say, things are different and changing, and the shamans aren't quite sure what's going on. For the past 2 years, the volcano has been rumbling as if it were going to erupt, but it has not. And at the same time, the mines, it seems like we just get done clearing a vein of ore and it is replaced by another.
Hmm. Fortunate, yet odd.
Very odd.
Has the mountain erupted in the past before? Or volcano, I mean?
It's a volcano.
Volcano, yeah, sorry. Has it erupted before?
That's his answer. It's a volcano.
Yes. Yes, Ovark, it has.
Well, I didn't know if...
If Cray was there, he'd probably say something along the lines of, "It hasn't stopped erupting."
Well, I don't know. Some volcanoes don't erupt very often. Some of them erupt very often.
The Black Rock is alive. and active.
Okay.
Very rarely is it cataclysmic.
That's good.
Usually it's the occasional lava flow, it spills out, altering the landscape, unearthing ruins, things of that sort. But
I take notes.
Mostly because we've learned to be careful. It doesn't actually end up killing anybody. But still, the mountain is ever changing.
I see.
thank you for your time, Chieftain. I bow and take my leave at a 10.
I bow as well, and I leave with him.
So you two head out.
Krovar, was that okay?
What?
Was that all I wanted to ask?
Yeah, that was fine. We need the chief's blessing in order to ascend to the volcano. I need the chief's blessing to ascend to the volcano.
Why is that? Is it just how
Personal
others are?
issues. Well, that's how things were. Traditions get lost. That's why the chieftain was so surprised when I greeted him the way that he did.
It has been a long time.
And as you guys come out of the tent, you notice the bugbear's head turns around, mainly, keeping track of the motion of things. But very quickly, his eyes lock onto Ovark, and at first you see him. Krovar, Ovark, perception check, please.
Uh-oh. Well, usually I'm not super perceptive.
So.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was rolling at advantage. There we go.
Okay. So yeah, at first you see him in Atrios and say pink hair. And then his eyes go wide and he just starts running up to Ovark.
I immediately get in between the bugbear and Ovark.
And it's, oh my god, it's you.
Can we help you?
What?
What do you mean? I mean, aren't you supposed to be dead? Or...
Wait, shut up. Stop talking. Right now.
No, he seems really excited and for a bit, and then he visibly composes himself and straightens out his jacket, or his vest, and clears his throat and is like, I mean, it's hard to not recognize you from the stories.
Is there some place that we could talk about this privately? And I am glaring this guy down.
It's like, well, I suppose we could walk out of camp, but sure, let's leave the camp. And for purpose's sake, we're just going to drag the 3 tokens down.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
And say you take the time to get all the way out of camp. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
I just have
and
pink
he
hair.
turns around again and is like, my grandfather told stories of you at the uh, Battle of Lannan. He actually saw you.
Um, um,
Well, I
um,
figured it'd be a matter of time until we ran into another one of your fans.
I mean, someone else could have pink hair. I might not be the only one.
Ovark, how many orcs with pink hair do you honestly know? Half orcs with pink hair.
I mean, not many. Um,
It's actually a fairly recessive trait, and either you are uh, Ovark the Bard, or you are related to him in some way, because not many non-family members have that.
Do we, the second Ovark the Bard comes out of his mouth, I'm stiffening up. Is there anybody who looks like they may have been eavesdropping in our conversation?
You guys are as far from the camp as you can get, specifically a little bit farther than even Rakul'd earshot can get.
Vark is
Wonderful.
just visibly really not sure how to react. Like his facial expression is just like this scrunched up, what? Hi.
Sorry, you're gonna have to give him a minute. He's not used to fans.
I don't understand why. I mean, he climbed a freaking church by himself and used.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. He did what? You did what?
He
I
climbed.
didn't do.
He climbed a church
What?
and used his singing ability to help the army in their fight against the outsiders.
That does not sound like me.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like.
How do you expect me to climb a church?
I didn't say you could climb a church, but it definitely sounds like something you would do.
How? How would I get on top of a church?
I don't know. You're magic. Do some magic bullshit, and suddenly you're up on a church.
I mean, I guess.
Sorry. He doesn't exactly remember.
The bugbear, who's looking confused at first, slowly nods and says, "I'm getting that impression."
Yeah, waking up from our dirt nap left us a little bit robbed.
Still, grandfather's stories never. How my grandfather described you and the other champions never really matched up with all the arts and the statues and all of that.
Yeah, I had a chiseled jawline. That was really not me.
So, you look far more like how he remembers them.
What
Or
is your grandfather's?
What was that?
What's your grandfather's name?
Well, funny enough, we actually share the same name. I am Anorak.
History check.
Go ahead.
And here we go. I know that look.
No, you don't really remember the name.
I squint really hard, and I'm like,
Give me another history check, though, based off what he's been saying.
There you go.
You do kind of remember you do kind of remember the Battle of Lannan, and you remember first off, that's where Osrin died,
Mm-hmm.
last you remembered. B, thinking on a church, you do remember being very, very haggard, and what you end up remembering at the moment is actually falling down from several stories onto the frickin' street and breaking at least one bone,
Oh.
feeling very exhausted, your throat raw.
Wouldn't that be a bad way to die? That's how the champion died. He fell off a building.
And you remember abominations from the outer realms slowly making their way up to you. And a little bugbear child, maybe 6 years old, coming up with this big ass fucking tree branch and smacking one in the head before it could actually get to you.
Mm-hmm.
And where the abomination's pseudo blood hit the poor kid, his fur was bleached and his skin started to blister. Other than that, you don't really remember much.
Okay.
And you are, in fact, standing in front of a pale-ass, white-furred bugbear. Give me a perception check, actually.
Okay.
$17.
Yeah, what you can see and what you remember, facial features are spot on. Like, not as in this guy is a relative, as in this guy, if you aged the bugbear that saved you, is that guy.
Oh, Mark, you good?
How old are you?
Well, he clicks his tongue and seems to think a bit and says, well, bugbears don't generally live past 80, and I am pretty young, so...
Did you ever know your grandfather personally?
I did speak to him for... He was around a few years before he actually, passed on.
Did he look like you?
I mean, there is a family resemblance.
Was his fur the same color?
Yes. Although not very many albino bugbear are out there, I will admit.
I drag Crover off to the side for a second. I had another flashback.
I figured I recognized the look.
He should be dead.
I'm sorry, what?
He should be dead.
Yeah, so should we. We were dead.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't a champion, so is everybody just getting revived?
Wait. What are you talking about?
In the memories, I remembered him, well, somebody that looked like him, but it was a child, but he said his grandfather looks like him, but not... This seemed too spot on to be just family resemblance. But at the same time, he was just a child, and I don't know, this doesn't make any sense, because if he was there, I mean, like, I don't... This doesn't really make sense. The story he's telling me and what I'm remembering aren't matching up.
Well, then call him on his shit.
Uh,
Look, he already knows you're a champion.
is he dangerous?
He knows your stuff. I don't know. He hasn't pulled a knife on us or anything
No,
yet.
he did say
And
that
even
in
if he
memory.
is, I can cut him up into bits. That's not the point.
As you two are off talking to each other, you look over and see he's standing there looking a little nervous, and he scratches at his head, and for a brief moment you think the fur where his hand went, you think it turned like a light sky blue for a moment, and then fades back to white.
Arcana check.
Okay. This is
Guess which one of us has points in that skill?
A. Krovar knows nothing, obviously. B. Ovark. It's
Wait.
from an Arcana check, it definitely appears like that was magical.
Hold on. Could I tell if that was illusion magic?
As far as Arcana will tell you, that seems to be what it was.
Okay, I poke Krovar. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm crazy here, but I think maybe he's using illusion magic to look like his grandfather. Because when he was scratching his head, I saw his fur turn a different color. Very briefly. And that sometimes happens with illusion magic, is things don't always match up, because you'll kind of pass through things a little differently. I mean, that makes more sense, because if he looks like his grandfather, then it makes sense that he could have gotten stories from him while also still looking exactly like him.
Disenchanted.
Huh?
Disenchanted.
I can't do that yet.
Bullshit.
I can't.
Bullshit.
I'm not that strong yet.
You've got a rogue who can fire ice missiles from his fingertips. You can read damn near anything that you shouldn't be able to. I can summon fire out of everything. If you're telling me that you can't just shoo away an illusion spell, what the? What?
Well, I could try, but it's not a spell I've learned yet.
Oh, okay, but then try.
Oh, don't be rude.
I would just say you're a champion. Sack up.
All right. Can I try that?
Go ahead, give me 3d20.
Oh boy.
I'm going to apologize in advance if he turns your bugbear into some kind of plant.
No, you hit him with you know for a fact that the energy you just released would disrupt pretty much any magic in the area. And
Wait, did he roll? I didn't see it on.
Oh, it whispered to the GM for some reason. Why?
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 15, 6, and a 19.
Oh,
and you notice
Whisper.
that on the ground you actually managed to reveal several insects and other things that you didn't realize insects would be able to do illusions, but they're no longer hidden. However, this particular bugbear, nothing changes. So you do
I
know
would look over Crowbar.
if there was any magic on him, it would have dissipated.
I'll look over Crowbar. That didn't work like I thought it would. It touched everything but the bugbear. Like bugs on the ground.
You know it touched the bugbear, it just didn't dispel anything. Like, there was nothing to dispel.
Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess.
Okay, maybe you're a little bit late for the drawing board.
Well,
And,
can we trust him?
Anorak looks confused at you and is like, what's going on? What was that?
Mass dispel.
Why?
Scratched your head. Blue
Illusion
magic
magic.
and shit.
Your story isn't adding up.
He blinks.
That look that he had on his face when it looked like he was trying to force a fart is what happens whenever he starts remembering.
Hey!
He looks perturbed, and then you don't hear him. Or he looks away, and you don't really hear him say it, or hear the words, but you see him mutter, "Damn it, not again." He turns back to you and is like, "Sorry, when I get nervous, things happen."
Like illusion magic things?
Uh, close. That's close.
Relatable.
I mean, I just look over Kovar for a second. I make eye contact with him. I just look back over at the bugbear. I go, okay, so your story doesn't. I remember things that don't make sense. You look like you should have been there, but you said that you're you're young for a bugbear, so that doesn't make any sense. And there's the possibility maybe you died and got revived like us, but I don't know why they would do that, because I don't think there were that many graves, and you weren't a champion, and your grandfather
also wasn't dead. So there's that.
Well, I didn't think I was dead until I woke up and remembered that I should have been dead or something, apparently. It's weird. I mean, did you use illusion magic to look like your grandfather?
No.
I don't get you. You're confusing.
I can get that a lot. Yeah.
Either you're lying to me, or there's something else going on, because this doesn't make sense. Are you lying to me?
No, of course not. Why would the complete stranger lie to you?
That's a tricky question.
I don't like that answer.
Why don't we back up and start over here a little bit? Hello, my name is Anorak. I'm from the city of Lenan. I can do some strange things because I was infected with outsider blood when I was younger.
That still doesn't make sense.
Maybe one of those weird things that happen when you get affected by outsider blood when you were younger is that you age slower.
Maybe.
He does a very quick look around to see if anybody else is, paying attention. Should probably just leave his sheet up.
Need to know if I have to have 2 anoraks or just 1 on my character sheet.
So he notices nothing, obviously, with the natural 1.
Mm-hmm.
And after a short moment, he clears his throat, raises his hand to his face, and when he pulls it away, he actually looks about 10 years younger. And with another motion, he ends up aging by about 30 before returning to what he looked like when you met him.
So fancy illusion magic.
You sense no magical aura in this whatsoever.
Huh. Well, that's neat.
So,
Oh, come on. Like, that's too far away of a shot with what we can do.
But it's not magic. It doesn't feel like magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anytime the spider caves, the mage tower, did any of that feel like magic?
Did it?
It felt divine. This, however, felt like nothing. There was no magical aura, no real sense of energy, movement, or anything.
Oh, shit.
You felt magical. This feels different. I don't...
Oh, okay, cool. So he's just a freak.
Don't... I mean...
No offense. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's a little late for that.
None really taken. I mean, again, I was infected by an outsider. The stuff they do just makes no sense to anything in here, and I have some access to that, so.
So
No,
you've
that's
been
fair.
alive for like 250 plus years? Even if you're not actually that old? At least that long?
He looks around again and says, I'm roughly 269.
Nice.
So your grandfather didn't meet us. You just lied and said that so that we wouldn't...
So that you wouldn't exactly freak out over hearing, oh hey, here's a bugbear who's been alive for nearly 3 centuries.
I get it, but I don't like that you lied to me.
Okay, cool. You're also in the presence of an orc and a Rakold who have been dead for the better part of 2.5 centuries.
This is fair.
We don't remember anything, and then all of a sudden you come along and then you lie to me, having issues with my head trying to remember things. That's confusing.
To be fair, though, on my part, for a long time, the people who were afflicted, just like I have been, were kind of hunted down and slaughtered. So.
Oh, that's fair.
I guess that's true. I'm not mad at you, you're just confusing, and you don't... I don't know.
Well,
My head hurts.
he's weird. He's in a similar boat as us. So,
Except he didn't die.
friend, okay, dying at this point is just semantics.
Dying at this point is just semantics.
That's going to be the name of this new episode.
That's going to be a quote.
Yeah.
It's going to be a meme. That's what it's gonna be.
Should we head back to camp
I guess.
at this
I
point?
mean, what do you want? Why did you want to talk to me?
I just recognized you, and I was kind of caught off guard and wanted to come up and give you a hug.
Oh.
Hugs make everything better.
Hug the bugbear.
Okay.
I kind of just motion and point towards Anaru. Or fucking...
Anorak.
Wrong
Oh,
character.
Anorak, that one.
That's a different character.
Set of Connor.
Whoever the hell it is.
I kind of like awkwardly hug him, like.
And
He's so soft.
he returns the
Is he
hug,
soft?
and he's very soft until he starts squeezing so hard you hear your back crack.
And Crowbar advances.
And after a little bit, he lets you go, and yeah.
You're okay.
Really strong, hard bear hug.
Next time, please don't hug so hard. I'm very
sure.
gentle.
Sure.
I'm fragile.
Sorry.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. I just wasn't expecting so much.
He's been roughed around a little bit today as it is.
Yeah, I woke up and I got tossed around like a doll.
Sorry.
It's okay. I guess today I'm just everyone's punching bag.
No, that's Crane.
That's true, but he didn't actually get hit.
So
Way to rub it in.
Thank you for reminding me.
you guys start heading towards where you expect your people to be. And you arrive just in time for to see that Osrin has joined the group of fishers and is currently tending to Crane's hand that looks like it got bit by something very large.
Do we still get the fish?
You have a lot of fish, including
Hell yeah.
including one giant looks almost like a cross between a piranha and an eel that has
Ooh.
all of Crane's daggers shoved in its brain.
Wow.
I'm just plucking those out with the other hand.
Are you
Oh, hey.
over here?
Diana's just shaking her head.
Oh, I'm fine. I got the
warned
last
you.
laugh.
Crane,
I'm sure that's edible.
what was the last thing that I told you?
Be careful of the wildlife.
Yes.
I tried to stop him.
Am I dead?
Can we actually die again?
That's a good question.
Very true.
I
That's-
wouldn't risk it.
Well, I don't really want to. Dying
Huh.
is painful.
Is it? Is it
Is
really?
Well, for everybody that you leave behind.
Who would we be leaving behind, honestly?
Well, I would be leaving all of you.
Not if we all died together.
Well, that I just feel so special.
The bugbear looks very confused and is like, "Did I just walk in on a
Suicide pact
pact?"
assigned. No.
No.
We
no.
found a friend
Who is this? And
Yes, who
what do
is
you
this?
mean you found a friend?
that we found a
well,
friend. I think he remembers us.
Is he?
Some of us. He freaked out over Ovark.
Of course. Another
Well-
of Overk's followers.
Now that I know I was actually right, I kind of recognize all of you.
Well, I'm Crane, if you hadn't already heard. This is Diana. This is Osrin. He just joined us a little while ago. and over there, were well, they're a bit further off, but Narthis and Karadoxikar were going to check out the mines, so they'll be back eventually.
Oh yeah,
Unless they die.
I definitely remember all of. Now that I know it was right, I definitely remember all of you. I mean, uh, you met my sorry, you met me. I met you over in Lannan some time ago.
Hmm.
He has a bit of a lying habit.
What
I
was
have
your
a
name
bit of a
again?
survival habit.
Potato, potato.
He's suspicious. He's confusing.
Sorry, I didn't catch your
He
name.
hugs very hard.
My name is Anorak.
Anorak.
What do you remember exactly?
Me?
Mainly, there was uh, our bard friend over here climbing a church so that he could get his voice to reach out over an entire city.
Which doesn't sound like me, but apparently happened. I remember some of it.
Well, you do have a tendency for the dramatic.
And to do things without thinking.
Well, I
And
guess.
then once the battle was nearly over, him falling down and breaking his ribs and needing rescuing from a bunch of abominations.
I'm sorry, he what?
Yeah,
He fell.
He exhausted himself, couldn't maintain his grip, and fell to the ground.
I kind of forgot to mention that part.
Well,
Jesus.
I'm standing in front of the person that saved my friend's life.
Sorry.
To be fair, he kind of saved the entire. Well, all of you actually kind of saved the entire city, so.
Still, shouldn't be a debt that
Must have
isn't
been
repaid.
nice.
Well, Anorak, you are welcome to join us. I am about to cook up a nice dinner. Looks like you're too thin.
Me, again, sure.
Crane equals old Italian grandma. Oh, you're too thin.
Come eat with us. Come on.
So,
Just invite everyone
It
to
sounded like more like than a sassy gay Italian uncle, but okay, sure.
I mean, hey,
Whatever. Same thing.
either one works.
so anyway, I'm trying to get together some people to help me head into the desert. Would any of you like to go on a minor adventure?
I'm sorry. We're actually headed in the opposite direction. We're headed towards, Sajit lands. The desert isn't in that direction.
What do you need in the desert?
I've stumbled upon some interesting information that makes me want to head out there and see if it's true.
You're going to have to provide a little more information than that.
City of magic and arcane science buried under the sand.
I am restraining Ovark. Easy.
Well, you certainly have one of our friends' attention. This is happening while Crane is cooking everything, so.
Okay, stay on task, stay on task.
We still need to figure out who brought us back from the grave.
Yes, we can do that later. The city will be there. It's probably been
Oh,
there for like 1,000,000 years.
Okay, good.
Well, Anorak, you certainly have caught our attention, but regrettably, we do have one thing that we would like to accomplish first before helping anything else around here.
Speaking of accomplishing, y'all enjoy dinner. I have a meeting to tend to.
I probably should get ready for class soon, so maybe we could wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anorak's response is, "Oh, and what is it you're trying to accomplish?"
Well, specifically, Krovar would like to set forth on a pilgrimage up the Black Rock Mountain.
Well,
Something about channeling his spiritual energies, as it were.
can I go with him?
Sorry, I was going. We'll wrap this up here. I'll explain what I was doing in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
So, he was going up the mountain, and was that it, or?
No. I'm not going up the mountain yet. I was just.
No, I know you're not going up the mountain. I'm talking about what Crane was saying.
Crane is just explaining what our plans are.
And we have to go see a druid about a resurrection.
And then
Yes. Although that is a bit further away.
the druid is in Sajit lands, but there's also somebody far over in. Oh crap! I can't remember the name. I think
Enolia?
Enolia. So far off in that direction.
But
So
do you know how far into the desert this magical city is?
Roughly in the center, unfortunately.
that's pretty far away.
I see. Well, I suppose that would be something that we would have to discuss, as I wouldn't want to.
Ovark, insight, or not insight,
History?
recollection. Whatever recollection would be, god damn it.
I kept using history. Would I do
Yeah.
that again?
Sure. It'll work. Yeah, history as a title doesn't quite work, but it's a good enough skill. You remember from your map, city, desert, lining the two up. There is
in the big old world map?
Yes, there is a city in what is now the desert.
What's it called?
It is called... it is actually called Zinrock. Zinrok.
Alright.
But comparing maps, it would be a little bit to the north, but mostly center-ish of the desert.
Still really far away, though.
Yeah, but you have an idea where it might be, if you wanted to share. So,
I walk over to the bugbear, and I go, well, I think I might know where it is, but I still don't know if we can join you yet. Because as much as I would really like to go visit, ancient ruins, unfortunately, there's other things that I think are more important right now than my curiosity for ancient things. But at the very least, I can give you information more to go off of if you wish to go seek it out yourself. I don't think we'll be able to take anyone with you. I mean, I don't know. Osrin likes to look into... I think he's in our quarter, but I don't know if he would want to go with you. But that's his decision, not mine. And I don't know if... I'm not sure. I show him the map and I tell him where it is.
okay. And he actually takes the map from you, pulls out some parchment, and starts copying. At least the locations that he's concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's an idea. Perhaps we don't have to part our ways permanently. While...
What if we meet up somewhere?
Well, that's what I was thinking. While Krovar is heading up the mountain and we're assisting him...
I thought you meant like long term.
Well, long term as well.
I thought if we're going to visit the druid, then maybe he would go and visit somewhere else on his own, and we could meet up later near the desert for a trip. Because even though we do want to visit Enolia, it's still technically to the right of this continent. So we'd be heading in sort of in that direction. We'd want to go up though, but I mean,
Mm.
we might be able to come back at some point.
I was suggesting that depending on how long the trip takes, Anorak could make his way over and do some scouting and come back when we were finished our trip to the Black Rock. I would assume that probably takes a couple of days.
True, maybe. I mean, depends on how long we'll be here. I mean, I don't know if it'll
Yes.
just take him a few days to get to the center of the desert, because based on the map, it looks like, based on how long it would take for him to get to the center of the desert, it might take us about the same amount of time to get to our destination, kind of.
Yes.
They're
Well,
about equal distance, so I'm not sure if just a few days would be enough. I mean, it took us a few weeks to just get to Black Rock. So,
well, I'm open to suggestions. Grover, Diana.
So I'm wondering if, having him do his own thing while we meet up later, maybe, but I mean, like I said, I don't think that we should be putting off the search for answers. This is interesting stuff, but this is kind of, I don't know, this is just me wanting to look into stuff because I think it sounds cool, not really because it's relevant to our goal right now. I'd like to look into it, but...
Crowbar walked off a hot minute ago, so...
Well, I wanted to go with you, but I guess not. I still think we should stay on course. I don't think we should stray from that. Whatever Anorak wants to do, though, that's up to him. Like I said, we could meet up later at Black Rock or something, perhaps, but...
It's a shame, though. He seems quite interesting.
Well, it's not like he's dead. We're going to see him again.
And hopefully,
No
he
one's
won't be
promised
dead anytime
tomorrow.
soon.
Wow, that's
So, yeah.
dark.
What?
I think Diana's been rubbing off on Crane.
I just like enjoying the time that we currently have,
Well,
But
I'll probably still be down here when you get done.
if we're really going to be discussing this,
I'll
especially
probably still
with-
be down here by the time you guys get done going up the mountain, so we can discuss details then as to where to meet up and so on.
Yeah, we should probably
Right,
talk
of
to
course.
Quovar about that. He's part of the group, too, so...
absolutely.
And at about this time, those who are magically sensitive feel a gigantic rush of demonic energy that appears and then vanishes almost as quickly.
Where's Quovar?
It's not this.
What the hell was that?
I go looking for Quovar.
And that should be about where we stop, so good game.
Oh, no.
Good session. Good session. Fucking not the starting shit off screen. Huck Bear!
I'm looking for Quovar. Where'd he go? He's alone. I don't want him to get killed.
So, before we get to you, Vox, and what Crovar was going to go off and do, what'd you like about the session?
The roleplay was good. I like Anorak. I'm excited that he's in the campaign. I know that I did the commission for you, but I didn't think that he was actually going to be in the campaign. So this is kind of exciting.
I enjoyed that. This was kind of what's the word? I
Chill.
want to say kind of chill. I don't want to say well, I didn't get stressed out, because that sounds almost I don't know. I'm glad that I am leaving this feeling, okay, I'm feeling all right. But I don't really have anything specific necessarily to say. This session was good. I don't really.
I'm glad that we made it to Blackrock. I
want to know more about what's going on with Blackrock and what's going on with all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm tailing around Crovar. What's going on? Where's the plot?
What did you not like about this session?
If I had to say anything, I guess I wasn't sure, like, how much of a complication there was. It's not even like so much disliking; it's just like unsure. So, like how the traveling system would have worked in terms of like any complications that we would have received aside from the goblin
Yeah,
chase. But
I was rolling to see if you ran into anything, and it kept saying no. So
all right, well, I guess that was just a lucky break then. So yeah, if that's the case, then I don't really mind. I guess.
I personally forgot how weak goblins were. Otherwise, there would have been more of them.
That's okay. Having the combat be nice and brief is honestly kind of good.
Yeah, we can.
It wasn't a huge encounter. It was mostly like a random fight. So to have it
Well,
last
it wasn't a
super
war
long-
party either, so I mean, we didn't.
Yeah,
There
like
shouldn't have been a
keeping those
bunch of.
kinds of encounters nice and brief usually works out for the best because,
Yeah.
we might not see him again, or at the very least, they might not be a humongous,
Yep.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to see again?
Hug bear, hug bear, hug bear.
I think
More RP, more world building, that kind of stuff. I like that. What? I'm keeping notes, so I don't forget.
Jesus.
And anything you don't want to see again?
No complaints.
No complaints.
Okay.
Great session, Quillen.
Just so we're aware, next session is going to go back in time a little bit and cover what was happening with Krdaxkar and Nathis. Then we
Yeah,
can go back
that's
to
fine.
everybody.
Yeah, no problem.
See what those fishy ones are up to.
Oh, we were the fishy ones.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fairly obvious what they got up to.
So,
Well, with the fishing.
So, with that, we'll see you later, Axamek.
Yeah. Thanks again for the session. This was fun. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
And Krovar, what were you up to?
I was going to go talk with the shaman
Fair enough.
oh,
that I never had the chance to do. Because we kind of had to shoehorn that ending in.
So you're off to see the shaman?
Yeah. I mean, it's all basically just kind of be the same stuff. I mean, I already got the chieftain's blessing to ascend the mountain, but I have some more personal questions for him.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to look for him, but I know he already walked off, so I probably have to make an investigation check. So I might not find him.
Well, go ahead and do a check.
God. This is 24.
I'm assuming Krovar is not trying to stealth away, so...
No. No, I am not.
So,
Have you met
Powers of
Grovar?
deductive
Stealth is-
reasoning.
Stealth is not what I do.
so, yeah, you can find him up to the north.
I wave.
And you... Krovar, as you approach the tent, you see that he has... or that there are 3 individuals outside. They are all really young. One's an orc, one's a Rakuld, and one is a kobold. They, from your youth, look like shaman initiates. And you can see somebody moving around inside the tent.
I'm gonna leave the students to their own.
Okay. Inside, you see an elderly woman who is definitely done up in some more traditional shaman gear.
Good, someone who understands.
Would I have been following him in or no?
That's up to you.
Yeah, your call.
And
I mean, did you notice me? I would have asked to go in, but if you didn't want me to. Like, if I was able to get your attention, I would have been like, hey, is there...
Oh no, I am no. You're gonna have to call out to me or physically grab hold of me or something because he's
I'll
not.
poke you in the shoulder.
Oh,
Hi. Are you okay? Can I go with you?
yeah, fine. I was just gonna go talk to the shop.
Okay. I get out my notebook again.
So
Do me a favor.
Yeah?
Keep an eye out here and make sure we're not walked in on.
So should I stay out here or?
Out here, in there, whatever. I don't want any prying eyes.
Okay.
I have some personal questions for the shaman.
Alrighty. I'm the wrong person for this job.
Well, you signed yourself up for it, bud. So
Yep. I agree. I'll do this for you.
I'm going to walk up to the entrance of the tent and ask permission to enter.
Shaman looks over at you and waves you in. One of the first things the shaman looks over at you and waves you in. One of the first things that you notice upon looking around the tent, there is a small display over on this side that actually contains a couple pieces of your old armor. It looks stony and craggy and is definitely the pieces from the prison your father tried to make in order to bind the spirit of Blackrock.
Why is that in here?
She looks over at I assume where you point. Or Jet.
Oh, no, I am
Jet,
glaring at it.
where you're looking then.
Yes.
And it's like, that is the armor of the last champion of Blackrock.
So you're keeping that thing in here. Some kind of memorable relic.
As a relic and a reminder of what happens when a shaman goes too far, as the champion's father did.
What happened to him?
The father or the champion?
Father.
He, you remember this actually, Krovar, but the story you get from her is slightly different. What you remember is killing him, and then the tribe took him up and threw him into the mountain. The story you get from her is that he was dragged in chains up to the caldera and thrown still alive into the burning lava.
Whoa. I thought he was just.
That was, well, funny you should mention that. When I do remember that, Ovark, you see Krovar physically react quite violently. Not like hitting or anything, but a very heavy physical recoil, and he winces in pain, grabbing his head for a second.
Huh? What's wrong? Can I grab your shoulder?
He wasn't dragged up in chains. That's a relief.
Huh?
And then the champion took the bindings that were meant for the spirit of Blackrock and turned them into
Forged
armor.
them into his armor.
Yep. And it seemed to give him some special control over the blessing that Blackrock bestowed upon him.
Is it in any kind of special casing, or is it just kind of out in the open?
It's kind of out in the open. I mean, it looks like it's tended to, but it's not really, in anything special. It's just on a display.
I'm going to go over and touch it.
What you see what you see there is mainly the bracers and some remaining pieces of the leggings of your armor. And when you run your finger over it, one second.
While this is all happening, probably needless to be said, but Ovark's just like, what? Like, just like glancing back and forth, like, oh.
You touch it, all the pieces of the armor suddenly start smoldering and glowing with red embers, and then the two bracers disappear.
Okay.
And you feel a heat fill your forearms as under your skin, under your fur on your skin, the subtle elemental runes that were on the bracers start showing up on you. And after a little bit, they fade. But you still feel the subtle warmth of it in you.
What? What?
Ovark, this is where I'm going to ask you to shut the tent, please.
Okay.
Make sure we are not bothered.
I go to shut the tent and I make a perception check to make sure there's no one listening.
Okay. Yeah. Only ones closest are the initiates, and they seem to be more distracted by whatever it is they're trying to learn at the moment.
Shaman, the one who forged this prison was my father. The one that I slaughtered returned to the tribe. They condemned his body to the caldera, fed the spirit that he sought to control. You saw what just happened to those bracers. If you have any other doubts in your mind of what I'm about to tell you, let me know now. I am Krovar. I am the spirit of Blackrock.
She watches you intently, having definitely noticed the bracers go, and her response is, I'm not You may be who you claim to be, or you may just be the next champion of that. I'm unsure. But at the very least, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. So.
The other champions and I were raised from our graves after the Battle of Razakrand. The one with me here, Ovark, the Bard.
Kupskak, the city of the Bard. That's...
To be honest, we don't know much about the other champions other than the fact that many outsiders, including, unfortunately, the Recooled who have moved to the cities, view them as either minor, or view them kind of as minor gods. However, we do know that the champion of Blackrock had the Mountain's blessing. So, if you are the champion returned, then people would rejoice at the news, and even if you aren't and you're just a new champion, people would rejoice at the news. For finally, we might have somebody who can explain what's been going on over the last 2 years, because we shamans are kind of in the dark as everybody else, and that's not normal.
Up my position on the floor and turning to over. I don't know what's going to happen now that we're this close to the volcano. I'm going to do something, and I need you to snap me out of it if something goes wrong.
What do you mean? Like,
Just, I don't know. You're going to have to think of something. I'm going to do what I did on those training grounds and open myself back up to the elements.
Okay. It's actually a whole lot easier for you to do so in this area. So, still, roll me some d20s, but the modifier is, or you're going to have...
Shit.
Roll me, roll that last one again.
Okay. 7, 14, 12.
Yep. So just because of how distracted your mind is, it takes some time. But when you finally start to connect, it comes in a rush, and you can feel the mountain around you. And you can feel the call for you up at the caldera. You feel the mountain is preparing for something, you're not quite sure what. And you also feel discomfort, almost leading into pain, somewhere below the earth.
Okay. And that's it?
At the moment, that's it. You get the feeling that in order to really learn what's going on, you are going to have to...
I need to go to the caldera. Yeah. That's what I figured. Okay. Then I kind of just rise once more. Is my fur doing the fire thing again?
Oh yeah, and as you stand up, Ovark and the shaman definitely notice that there's a minor pool of lava that formed under where you were sitting. That Ovark is just standing on at the moment as it cools. Or not Ovark, Grovark.
Oh. I'm like, oh god, don't burn my feet.
Good.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. There's some work here I have to do, though.
Do you have to go up to the volcano?
Yeah. There's definitely something wrong. Something is causing the mountain discomfort. Something from deep within it. But I need to commune with the heart of the volcano in order to learn more.
I can go with you.
Of course you are.
What do you mean?
Ovark, we are champions. This is a journey that all of us need to take. I'm just one piece of it. I'm going to need all of you.
Okay. I thought so. I didn't know if you wanted to go alone.
Real quick, Q, you mentioned that there is a, what other set of my armor was there? It was the bracers, and then you said
There are...
The boots were there as well?
There are pieces of the leggings, nothing that is actually still held together.
Oh, they're shattered. Okay.
The bracers were the only thing that still existed, as far as you can tell at the moment.
Fair. Could I make out the, Well, actually, I'm going to call Ovark over.
Yeah?
Can you make out the runes on these? Or my old greaves?
Sure. I'll use my Eyes of the Silver Dragon to read them. Take the time.
It is in Primordial, and it...
Oh, so I can read that.
Yes, you can read it. And it is a bunch of script imparting the fury of the mountain into these particular objects. You can also vaguely make out what used to be runes for binding, but those have been fairly well destroyed. Just knowing where they used to be, however, you can tell where they were. So, the Greaves, as you don't have enough to remind you what they used to do.
Right.
The bracers, however, are going to allow you to channel your fire or your desert aura, so it will only hit those who are not your allies.
Ooh.
That's hot.
Okay.
And once every short rest, you can actually add a D4 to your, or D4 of fire damage to your weapon attacks.
Okay.
That is both, or sorry, to your melee attacks. That is both with a weapon or unarmed.
Very nice.
Punchy fire fists. Hot pocket hands.
No. I do not have hot pocket hands.
You can keep your hot pockets warm with them, though.
Oh my god. Okay, we're done here.
No.
Till he throws them on the floor.
Like,
Shut up! Don't talk! Oh my god! It was one time!
The only time
All
you
it
send me
takes
food
is one
pictures
time.
is either when it's fried rice or when you've dropped it on the floor. Because you've also dropped candy on the floor. How could you?
I don't want to talk about the Ferrero Rocher.
Ah!
So,
I unwrapped the
So-
Ferrero Rocher, I had it in my hands, and it slipped out. It landed on the floor.
The only
I
place
was
it should
outside.
land when it slips out is in your mouth.
I know, it did
Swallow it.
not. It was on the floor. It was rainy and gross.
Like on the
Yeah.
concrete.
It was a sad time.
It was
There
so
are
gross.
laws.
Okay. So yeah. We're done. At that point, then, I will just try and reconvene with everyone. And as we're leaving the shamans, I assume that is when we get hit with that surge of demonic energy.
yep.
I'm imagining we're going to have to give Nath a good talk to.
Yep. We gotta go hunt down a rat.
Something deep within the mountain is hurting it. Also, Nath is summoning demons or something. Suspicious.
Damn it, Nathis!
What are you doing? Tries to fix something on his own and just makes it worse. Stop
One
it, boy.
catastrophe at a time, please.
While this is going on, Krovar decides to go take a nice hot lava bath in the volcano and like commune with it or some shit. I don't know.
You joke, I have yet to test if I'm fireproof yet.
Dude, you were literally just standing in lava.
Okay, look, standing in lava
Oh my
and
God.
being engulfed in the fire that I create is different than me, say, jumping into a campfire to see if I actually am fire.
You want me to build a campfire? I can do it.
It's the same theory as Ford sticking his head underwater. If I start burning, then we know it's not the case.
You should part the lava like the Red Sea.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Beer cooled Moses.
So this is
That was
the end of
lava.
our recording. Everybody have a good night.